Hi and welcome, my name's Nicola and I'm the owner of My Inner Creative. Today we're going to be going through a whole bunch of fun things, so let's get creative together.
Hi and welcome to another episode, and today we're going to be talking about my Amy Tangerine and Archer and Olive collab notebook that I got a wee while ago, and I have been using it for memory keeping. And I wanted to show you what my first month was like. So I've never done memory keeping in this style before. I saw Amy Tangerine do it quite a couple of times and I was really excited to give it a go. And what I did was I got myself a little HP sprocket, made it really simple to do, and you could just print out the pictures and stick them into your notebook, which was perfect. And I've been able to add, creative quotes, and I've been able to add a whole bunch of things. And in the calendar part, what I've been doing is I've been writing down one word that describes the entire day, which is something a little bit different than I've done in the past. And it's also because usually when I do memory keeping, it's more of a journal reflection on my day, whereas now I'm just keeping track of things that I want to remember for the day versus the reflection piece. And I've been starting to journal reflectively in the evenings in a separate notebook. And this division between the two has actually been really interesting, and I've really enjoyed kind of focusing more on the gratitude aspects of my memory planner and my memory notebook more than I have usually, and I'm really enjoying that as a part of my notebook. I'm finding that filling it up has been quite challenging because apparently I lead quite a very boring life. So filling it up has actually been really challenging, and it's also been really, I've used the challenge as an opportunity to really start being more creative with my writing, with quotes, with a variety of different things. So I'm really excited to show you what I've done with my notebook over the last month and show you how I got into that. And yeah, I'd love to hear your feedback below. How have you been dealing with it? Because I'd love to hear how other people do their memory keeping. Obviously, we all have different ways of doing it, so we'd love to hear how you do it. And let's get started.
One of the things I love most about this notebook is that it's got the thick paper and it's got a beautiful cover, and Amy Tangerine and Bonnie from Archer and Olive really did a beautiful job putting them together. So in my first week I realized that the 1st of January didn't start on a Monday, so I used that first Monday to list all the things I was grateful for during that week. I also wanted to make sure that I was keeping that memory keeping process, and kind of stuck in some sticky notes to make sure that I was putting things in the right spots, which I thought was quite a smart move at the time. One of the things that happened on the Friday night was my son spilled green slime all the way through the house. So I thought, splotching some bright green paint onto the paper would be a great idea. I absolutely adored using my sprocket in the space to print out the little photos, and I love that they are sticky backed because you can just stick them straight in. And because the Archer and Olive is sized in similar sizing to the Happy Planner, I used my classic Happy Planner punch and just shoved the pictures in there, and it looked really good. And it was my first week, so I thought, let me fill it up with as much stuff as possible, which potentially I may have gone a bit overboard, but you know what, totally happy with that. I found it really fun to do for my first week. I also had a great chat with a really old friend of mine who's currently living in the middle of nowhere in Botswana, and he told me a hilarious story about being chased down by a monkey, not a monkey, but it's kind of like a silverback gorilla. And apparently he got bitten by it. It was just an incredible story because he's been living there studying primates for quite a while. So very interesting story. But I really enjoyed this process. I have made the decision that every Sunday night I'm going to sit down and dedicate time to myself to do my weekly spread or my weekly memory planning. And I stuck with that through the whole of January. I kind of have been struggling a little bit with February because I've had quite a couple of busy weekends in a row, which is not my usual style. I usually have quite boring weekends, but I actually really am focusing on taking a bit of time to make a bit more space for myself on a Sunday evening. So once my son goes to bed, that time is then my own to really focus in on my memory planning and memory keeping. What I do before every memory keeping week, I go through my stickers and make sure that I have the right stickers for the right week. And I make sure that I've got a selection that really matches each other and also kind of pulls the themes together. So I've tried to theme my weeks. I don't know if that's the right thing to do or the wrong thing to do, but it's kind of what I felt like I wanted to do. So I thought I'd give it a try. I really enjoyed it, and I think I'm going to keep it going for the next couple of tries as well. And as you see, as I go through the month, a ton of stuff happened in my first month of the year, which was obviously January. Haha, the logic there, obviousness. And yeah, I kept ticket stubs, I kept pamphlets, I kept a whole bunch of stuff that I thought I might appreciate at a later stage. So sit back, grab a cup of tea or a hot drink or a wine, no judgment here, and have a look at how I did the rest of the month. You'll see quite often that I've textured or layered some of the images and stickers. I've created quite a lot of texture with different media, so it's very much a mixed media notebook. I'm using different pens, different styles, different handwriting, different quotes, and if I've got a bit of spare space available to me, I fill that up with either paint or an image or whatever it is that inspires me to or helps me remember for that day. Okay, let's finish it off.